Simon, announced some very, very exciting news today. Best person to talk about it is you. Can you sort of explain everything that has been going on?
Sure. So we really announced two things today. Firstly, that a gentleman called Michael Mincberg is going to join the Argyle Board of Directors. And secondly, that the reason why he's joining the Argyle Board of Directors is that he's the appointee of a new shareholder in Argyle. It's a limited liability company called Argyle Green that's backed by a number of mostly US-based investors, including family trusts, family offices, individual business executives, a couple of fairly high-profile sports people. So Argyle Green is going to receive a new issue of shares in Argyle, as a result of which they will own 20% of the club and pay £4 million for the privilege of becoming another large shareholder in Argyle.
And that £4 million is going into Argyle as well, isn't it? It's going
Correct. It's coming into Argyle. We are, as everybody knows, pretty cash rich at the moment. We're in very good financial shape, but this will increase our reserves. The purpose of their investment will be to increase our cash reserves for future investment. This isn't going to be for current spending. They're taking a very long-term approach to their shareholding, and they want that money to be used to enable us to take advantage of some of the longer-term infrastructure development opportunities that we think we're going to have over the next couple of years. You
kind of touched on it a moment ago, but who are the people that make up Argyle Green? Or who is Michael Mincberg?
So Argyle Green is a limited liability company. That's a pretty standard kind of investment vehicle used by American investment people. Michael is the brother of David. Michael is a real estate, mostly I think residential real estate developer. He founded a company that he's still the president of, based in Tampa in Florida. David Mincberg, who is the other brother, who between them are what's called the general partners, basically the executives of Argyle Green. He himself is a sports executive. He's had experience at NBA teams and in soccer or football at DC United. So he's a sports executive guy, a lawyer by training, and David is a real estate developer in Florida.
Very exciting news, as we've been saying. It's a lot to kind of take in. But why has this happened? Why have Argyle Green decided to get involved with Argyle, and why have we decided to have them on board as well?
We decided to have them on board because it will help me in the financing of any infrastructure projects that come up in the next year or two. I put a lot of money into the club. I'm a little bit reluctant to put more money in, and having a well-backed financially shareholder will help us should we get those investment opportunities over the next couple of years. From their point of view, they've looked around looking for a football or soccer club in which to invest. I think they have decided that Argyle meets all their criteria for a successful yet ambitious club that is well run. So unusually, they don't want to put their own people in. I've had a policy over the last nearly 4 years in which I've been chairman of being prepared to talk to anybody about an investment in Argyle, but almost everybody that I've spoken to wants to take the club over, put in their own people and try to make things better. So in this case with Argyle Green, it's very different. They're prepared to be minority shareholders, have representatives on the board of directors, but not have any control over the day-to-day operations of the club. They like the day-to-day operations of the club. They like the way it's run. They like everything we've done. They buy into our vision and values, to our long-term strategy, and of course to our ambitions. So they're here to support us financially. They're also here to support us with their expertise. As I say, they've got wide-ranging expertise across a number of industries, including professional sports at the very highest level.
Yeah, I suppose that kind of leads us on to kind of talk about what it will ultimately mean for us as Argyle. And I know you've touched on a couple of points of it, but what is it that they will be bringing, and how will it help us as a club?
Well, a very simple level, money. And not just money now, but money in the future. As 20% shareholders, you know, they're already exposed in a good way. They can take opportunity to continue to invest in the club as we invest through issuing equity for investment in infrastructure projects that we think may come our way over the next year or two. So that's really what's in it for them, to be investors in an already good club that has ambitions of being an even better club. And for us, it's access to that money, as I said, but also access to expertise. So, you know, we've got people who have experience in US sports. Whatever you may think about the NBA, whatever you may think about the NHL, the Professional Hockey League, they're extraordinarily well run. The clubs are very successful, and I think we can learn from that. And I think they'll help us expand our fan base in the United States, something that I've talked about for many years, but we haven't really been able to address. So we're going to have a bunch of enthusiastic new shareholders who are going to be Argyle fans, and they're all pretty well connected. They're going to be singing the Argyle song all over the United States, and I hope that that will help us build a presence in the United States, which of course is in line with our vision, which is to be supported or respected by everyone in the Southwest and many beyond. And the most obvious place is clearly the United States.
We've spoken about how, you know, the fact that it's 20% effectively of the club that's coming in. People naturally ask questions about you and what this now means for Simon Hallett.
Yeah.
What does it mean for you?
It means everything I just said. As a fan, you know, we've got a new shareholder prepared to help with financing the club continue to improve over the next few years. So that's great. I'm going to have a bunch of new friends who are going to be closer to me than my friends in Devon when I'm back in the US. Which is great, but you know, so personally, I'm kind of, you know, really looking forward to it. These investors are really enthusiastic about English football and about Argyle in particular. So I'm going to enjoy developing a relationship with them, introducing them to the, you know, smallish fan base that we already have in the United States. Personally, apart from that, it's not going to mean anything. I've got a bunch of new friends and somebody prepared to shoulder the financial burden that's coming up to help shoulder that burden. But, you know, I'm not selling any of my shares. I am getting diluted, but I'm not selling any. I'm not taking any of my money out of the club. I'm having more fun than I've had in decades. You know, the club is in great shape. You know, I love everything we've been doing. I love all our plans for the next few years. So I'm here to stay, I'm afraid.
There's nothing bad about that, Simon, that is for sure.
That's very kind.
I suppose that the kind of final thing is to kind of look in the kind of what will happen next and what is going forward. I'm sure a lot of people probably have questions as well about what it means in kind of more minutiae detail than we're going into now. So you can shed any light on that.
We've obviously made a press release today. I've said a few things here. We fully expect more questions. We tried to anticipate as many as we can, but we never anticipate all of them. So we'll be having a fan forum on the morning before our league game, not the Carabao Cup game. So that's the game on a Saturday against Peterborough United. And, you know, hope people will be able to come along to the fan forum and, you know, in line with our pursuit of transparency, we'll answer, I think we'll be able to answer any questions that they may have. So, you know, I look forward to seeing everybody there.
Well, top stuff, Simon. It's been great speaking to you about this today. And as we've been saying, incredibly exciting news for the club.
Great news for the club. Great news for the club. I couldn't agree more. This is going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be another step forward for Argyle, I think, over the next few years.